So considering I just did the last MRC broadcast like 2 days ago, some of you might be looking at this and being like, "Oh, that was quick." The fact is that I look at all the games I have all the time, and besides like the PS4, which is in the other room, and I'm not using that right now, or my Wii U, which is waiting for the Switch. I kind of just always feel like playing on 64, so I just want to start the next game. This is my motivation. I start playing, and then I get to play the game away from the streaming, and just that's what I want to do. At the end of the last video, I mentioned that there were a bunch of games I didn't actually know which one was going to be next. I have consulted the Bible, and it says the release date for Top Gear Rally is October 1997. There is no precise release date, even though a lot of games have release dates. There's some that don't. And everything else has an October release date as well, even though Wikipedia says it has like September 30th. So, fuck it, Top Gear. It's the one I wanted to play. This is pretty much the first time I've ever played Top Gear Rally. Let's give it a try. I just hope it's better than the last one. I've heard about the paint shop. I mean, that's probably pretty cool. You get to customize everything. I did look at the options before. There's really nothing in the options for me to do except look at the controller thing, which is pretty straightforward. Yeah, it's gonna be this one anyway. Cool. So we'll just get right into it. We'll play championship mode. And yeah. So that is pretty deep. Maybe. I don't know. Cars. They all have the same paint scheme, which is kind of funny. I think that's why you need to change it so bad. Oh, they're just two different cars. They look this one's probably better. I have no idea what that means. Automatic. Grippy. Starfuck God confirmed. Fucking tires, you can have them grippy or slippy. Just normal. I probably want to go with grippy. Jeez. Wow, these are a lot of options. Let's try normal suspension. Oh, and that is where you get to make your own decals and shit. So that's cool. Oh, I don't like this camera angle. I always want the behind the car camera angle. I want this. So I'm glad we're starting. Oh my lord. Jesus. I barely even pushed the stick. So much for grippy tires. Jeez. Ugh, I'm bad at this. That's what I say about every racing game. Unless it's like like a kart racer. We'll be into Diddy Kong Racing by the end of 1997, so that's good. I mean, it's a bit more realistic, right? If you're looking at this so far, it's not just whipping me into the wall for no reason, and it's not like it's fine. It's not as fast as the other game too. The other game where you were supposed to be going 200 miles an hour. All the cars looked like they were going the same speed. MRC is the other game, that's what I meant. The last game I played. Okay. So, this is pretty much like... I know it's Top Gear Rally, but I'm not sure still at this point if it's a pure rally game. Because it looks like I'm driving on pavement. And I don't know what defines rally cars, rally racing, etc. But it seems like you don't go as fast because it's about the terrain and everything. So, well, there's some air. Wow. I mean, this isn't bad so far. It's pretty straightforward, but, you know, the walls don't really do a whole lot to you. Great collision physics. I also picked this video. I picked this game for the next video, for the explicit purpose of juxtaposing it with MRC, which I had kind of thought about Top Gear Rally as like one of the 3 games that was like going to come along very soon and outdo MRC, but it wasn't released first. So MRC had like a month on the market before Top Gear Rally, and then afterwards Diddy Kong Racing. Like, we had Mario Kart, we had Cruisin', that was about it. There was no competition for MRC. Top Gear Rally didn't blow everyone away, I'm sure, especially judging by, you know, so far, but it's alright, you know. It's got more options. I don't think it has a whole ton of tracks or cars necessarily, but at least you get a little bit of like customization with the paint shop and everything, and you get the same level of like getting to tune your, not really tuning your car to a T, but you get to decide between if you want if you want slippy or grippy tires or normal tires, or if you want slippy or grippy, or if you want soft suspension or hard suspension or normal suspension, which I really don't know what that means because I'm a dork. I don't know how cars work. But this is where we're at. I'm on the 64 and there's a lot of racing games, so you have to bear with me for a lot of these games. The sound of the cars colliding is one of the lamest sounds I've heard. It sounds like that time it didn't even make a sound. Let me hear it again. Come up with something. It sounds like you were raking leaves and then you threw the rake at the pile of leaves and it just kind of went really quick. Yeah, that's what it is. It's not like, because it's not like a continued sound. It's just a very sort of quick, like the rake fell in the leaves, and it wasn't that heavy, but it was heavy enough to make a noise, disturb the pile of leaves. I keep seeing breaks in the rail alongside the track, and I wonder if those are shortcuts, but I'm not gonna take that chance right now, considering I'm now in second place, and depending on where the car in first is, I have no idea. I could actually win the first race. Not that second would be bad at all. I'll tell you one thing, I've not braked in this race. I've kind of just gone with it whenever it decides to slide a little on a turn, because it's not like you can't rein it in or something with just the control stick, so you don't have to take the turn super careful. I only lost by just a little bit. Only came in second by just the tiniest little bit, so. So that was it. So I assume, yeah, you get points. You get points based on how well you did. You don't have to come in first every time, you know. Next one. when I started the game, like most games, they tried to tell me that there wasn't going to be enough space, but there was like half the controller pack left, and I was like, I'm not saving ghosts on here, so I'm just gonna take my chances. Just because, let's try the other car, and I don't know what this means. I don't know what Type 1 handling and Type 2 handling means. But let's stick with all the, you know what? There's 3 types of handling, though, and they say 1, 2, and 3, and I don't know what that means. And again, you start me off with the weird camera handle. I don't like that. So this is what I thought rally games would entail. I mean, there was some dirt on the last one. There was like, because it was a coastline, it was like some sand. I know the suspension isn't gonna like affect my turning or anything like that, so, or it shouldn't that much if I understand how that works. Yeah, so this track, at least so far, is going to be all dirt, which is what I kind of expected. And it kind of like, it fits with the feeling of like, it fits with the feeling of what I expected this game to be, which is like, not the fastest racing game, but like how you take a turn, but you don't like have to slow down and ruin your entire sense of momentum on every turn. It's just kind of like, you know, the car does the work. It should be what the car is doing in a racing game, but whatever. I am a noob with the race. So I picked the one with the 6 speed for this race, so like I said, the acceleration was going to be a little bit better. I don't know. Did I pick the one with 6 speeds, or was it the one I picked in the first race? Because I'm on 5th gear right now. Maybe I picked that in the first race. Because I'm just now looking at the tachometer down there. I know what that's called. And I'm like trying to... Ooh. Yeah, see, if you don't stay on the better dirt, then you'll slow down a lot. So there's dirt, and then there's really bad dirt / mud. And you don't want to drive on the not good dirt. So you still have to stay on the road, on the track that's been laid out for you. Nice air. These turns are also much easier to take, like the first one when you start the race on this track, when you're already going. Like, most racing games have that. Most races, driving has that. That's a thing that is in driving. No. Oh, shit. Wow, okay. It's a pretty violent flip. And I feel like it tried to help me, but it didn't really work. Just made things worse. Oh. Still way in the back of the pack right now. And I don't even see where the next guy is in front of me. There he is. Yeah. I might have my work cut out for me for the rest of this race, but I'm still only like halfway through it. It's kind of like looking at this, like, would braking and trying to power slide through this actually make it better, or am I kind of doing all right the way it is? Is that the right way to do things? Someone tell me. It seems like it. That just seems pretty good. I can't tell. So how about this music that's going on in my left ear? It's a lot better than the music in most lower, I won't say lower budget racing games, but less prolific racing games. I think it's almost mandatory that a non-Nintendo produced racing game has like the most boring music, but the menu music was kind of interesting. It was like kind of mellow, but not really. And then this is kind of cool. We're on the jungle track. It kind of feels like I want to say like an 80s low budget adventure movie, like a montage that would be in that movie when they're traveling across the desert or through the mountains. And then Sting is, oh shit, got distracted by my analogy. Sting just has a vocal appearance in there for some reason. Good God. Go.
Sting, like the wrestler?
No, not that Sting. Sting, the police one.
Okay, not a picture.
1980s surfer Sting. We got Steve Borden on this track. Who the hell is Steve Borden? You'll find out. He's got a voice like an angel. I think you got the wrong Sting. I'm definitely not going to win this race. I might bag a point or two. Let's see. I'm gonna say it doesn't look half bad either. I mean, the tracks have are pretty low res, it looks like, but a lot of it, most of it's kind of low res, but it's not half bad at the same time. Like, I'm just glad that unlike, you know, hate to keep bringing up MRC, but there was a reason I did this. Like, MRC had 3 tracks and they all looked the same, even though one of them, like, was supposed to be, like, on a mountain and had a bunch of off-road sections that were all different terrain. They kind of all looked the same. This one, at least, you know, you had, the first one was the coastline, and it was, like, the beach and sand, and this is the jungle, and you do have a bunch of different terrain to drive on. Like I said, you have the good dirt, the not so good dirt, the light dirt, the dark dirt, and like that waterfall over there looks kind of cool. I mean, that's a good little design choice that they threw in there. 4th place. Okie doke. Let's see how that brings me out here. 9 points on the season. Oh, god damn it. Oh yeah, they said, that's right, they said that I needed to get 4 points from this race, so I just have to try it again. Yeah, sure. Save season data. Let's see what else is on there before I sign off for a bit. Well, you know what? Let's try the paint shop. Let's just see what's going on with the paint shop. Oh god, please tell me there are more cars than that. Jeez, wow. I'm not good with modes like that. I'm not even gonna try. Player 2 players. So yeah, I do have to. Like, it's not gonna be hard to unlock them, but I do have to play the tracks before I can play them in the rest of the modes. I love this is one of those games where night is its own weather. Okay, yeah, I was driving the 5-speed one, so let's go back to the 6-speed one. Let's try some different handling. Let's try Type 3 just to see what's going on. Normal suspension though. Fuck. Seems a little bit looser. Also, did you notice it's night? I did that. I made it be night. Wow, this is some slippery handling right now. This is a lot different. I need Type 1 handling. Can you hear me like stuttering through the whole thing? I don't know if anyone can hear the control stick right now, but I'm just like, every time I try and take a turn, I'm like, yeah. Like I flinch and I flick it like 3 times before I actually do the whole thing. You can tell from the way the car's driving, but it's one of those things where you can hear it. Oh, so this is on arcade mode in the sense that if you don't reach a checkpoint, then the race is over, so. But also I set the number of laps, so it's not like I just keep going. I just want to finish the 1 lap. See, oh jeez. See if it's a little bit different. I'll tell you one thing that's missing from this game so far is, I don't know if there was one in MRC, but it's just a sort of like, there definitely wasn't one in MRC, but a thing on the side of the screen that shows you the layout of the track, and maybe there was one. I don't remember now. But it shows you where you are on the track and like what turns are coming up. You get that in Mario Kart and stuff, so I'd like to have one of those. I like to have those in racing games. I don't know why. The Midway ones usually don't have the Midway, like Cruising USA and stuff. They don't usually have those because those are a straight line as opposed to a circuit. But it's like it comes in more handy when it's a circuit. So that's cool. Very rarely do racing games have a mode that's that much different from the other modes, so this was making sure, seeing what was going on. So that was my first try at doing some Top Gear Rally. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna try and do at least the first season of the championship mode again and just do a little bit better so I can get more points and do something a little bit different next time. But yeah, it's not bad. It's pretty good. And that's coming from someone who doesn't know how to play racing games, really, especially the ones like these. So yeah, you get used to it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again soon. Bye. Bye.